What it do is your boy Crack Stand on Guy Get His Sports, and today we will be going over the Lions versus the Commanders. So let's get into it. So the first headline that everybody probably talking about right now, everybody is talking about right now, is Donald Trump coming to the game. He sworn in the new people that will be going to service, and a lot of people booed. I would say about 65-70% of people booed at that game. It was embarrassing. I think I seen a picture of somebody put a middle finger up to Donald Trump. I don't know if that's smart. I would never do nothing like that. Like, they're going to be looking at you now, buddy. So whoever put that middle finger up, I hope you prepare for anything. If they have anything on you, they will be coming for you for sure. So that wasn't smart. But it was embarrassing. I felt bad for the people on the field who was getting sworn in. But I'm pretty sure they probably was prepared for that to happen. I heard, I was at the stadium, but I heard people watching on TV that it was censored out. But social media, TV can censor it out, but guess what? It's live people recording, and they gonna put it on social media, and it's gonna spread throughout everywhere on Baller Alert or ESPN or Shade Room. It's gonna be everywhere, so they can't hide it. Social media definitely keep people accountable. So it is what it is. Trump showed his butt off, but yeah, that was the big thing that happened during the game. But yeah, let's get into it. So first thing first, they saying that Witt Jr. will not be calling plays. Dan Quinn will be taking over for that. Against the Lions, man, that defense, our Commanders' defense was horrible. Like, I got some stats for you guys. We gave up 226 rushing yards total, crazy. We gave up 320 yards to Goff passing, crazy. But that's like almost 600 yards. Jahmyr Gibbs himself, he had 142 rushing yards. He had 30 receiving yards. So he almost had 200 all-purpose yards from Gibbs. And then Jameson Williams was just doing whatever he want. He was just kept doing the same play. Like, it looked like man out there. You see somebody playing the bum, right? You see somebody can't stop the play, he just keep running over. And he just kept doing the slant. Kept going like this, and then we got our defenders running into each other, and he just wide open for 34 yards each time. He got a touchdown as well. So if you guys listen to my video last time, I told you guys to bet on Jameson touchdown. I also said bet on him for 30 receiving yards in the first quarter and a 30-yard reception. He got the 30-yard reception. He didn't get it in the first quarter, but he got it in the third quarter. He went off on us in the third quarter. I was kind of nervous. I'm like, man, I was telling everybody that Jameson Williams was going to do something, and he was quiet the first half, but second half, they just kept spamming the same play, and Witt could not figure it out. So, yeah. So, like, Joe Witt will not be calling the plays. He didn't get fired, you know what I'm saying, because at the end of the day, Quinn is his boy, and, Quinn going to look out for him as much as he can. Quinn did say that, they're going to go back to how they did things in, in Dallas. As you guys know, Quinn was the defensive coordinator with Dallas before he came here, and Witt was under him. So it's pretty much that's what he's going to do now. He's going to be calling the plays, and Witt Jr. is going to be helping him out in the press box again with the play calls and things like that. But yeah, Quinn will be taking over. This is long overdue. Our defense is trash. Our offense did enough yesterday to be a close game. I'm not saying we're going to win the game. We would have won the game, but they did enough for us to compete. But we could not stop the run. Like I said, Jahmyr Gibbs had. I feel like Montgomery had about 50 to 60 yards. I'm not sure, but he did good. We couldn't stop nothing. We couldn't stop the pass. We couldn't stop, people just wide open. You're seeing Laporta wide open, Amon-Ra St. Brown wide open. It was crazy. And speaking of Amon-Ra St. Brown, Daron Payne punched him. For you guys didn't see it, he punched him, and he was suspended a game. They say Dan Quinn will appeal that suspension, but it's going to get upheld. I can't see Daron Payne playing. They're going to keep him suspended. They say that Amon-Ra St. Brown, according to Kinlaw, said that he punched Daron Payne or swung at Daron Payne a couple plays before that, and then Daron Payne basically retaliated. You know how that goes. People always see the second reaction. That person's going to get in trouble. So it is what it is. It wasn't smart, but this shows the frustration that this defense had all year. We can't stop nobody. We started off pretty good. Early on in the year, we dominated the Raiders. The Chargers. We dominated the Chargers, which is unbelievable. Would you believe it now? No. If we play the Chargers right now, we will get dogged. But I feel like the score was like 29-10 that we dominated the Chargers. That probably was the last best defensive game that we had, to be honest with you. So changes need to be made. Witt Jr. will be on the team, I think, for the remainder of the year. We'll see if he'll be here next year. See if, Dan Quinn want to continue to call plays, or you want to bring somebody in that's more equipped to be a good defensive coordinator in this league. But it's just obvious our players is out of position. Luvu not doing good right now. He's doing okay. Look like Mike Santrell is having like a sophomore slump. Quan Martin not looking good like he did last year. This people just it's not looking good. I do know that we have a lot of injuries. Like we lost Wise Jr., lost Armstrong, we lost our boy Will Harris, which he might come back soon. And then guess what, guys? We got another injury. Trey Amos. I think he fractured his fibula, so he will be out probably for the rest of the year. They're not ruling him out, just like they're not ruling out Jaden Daniels. But it looked like Trey Amos won't be out. And that was our best cornerback this year. Like, Trey Amos been holding it down. So another injury, you know what I'm saying? So I feel for Witt Jr. for real. I do feel for him. But at the end of the day, people are too wide open. It's just too easy. It's the difference if somebody get beat. I think Jonathan Jones got beat on a good pass on the sideline yesterday. I forget who the ball got thrown to, but he was right in position. Fine. Like, we can deal with that. If somebody make a good play, we can deal with that. But people just too wide open. Like, nobody nowhere near like 10 yards from people is unacceptable. He has to take responsibility. Dan Quinn said he did take it good, that he got demoted basically. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it was bad. But like I said, the Commanders, our offense did pretty good yesterday. Like, they did enough to compete. But our defense couldn't stop nothing. Like, we couldn't stop a parked car. Like, I heard somebody say that we couldn't stop a parked car for the past month. Gibbs had his way. Jameson Williams had his way. It was just too easy. But I did like that Debo, made good plays. Like, he got one hand catch on the sideline. They tried to challenge it and say it wasn't a catch, but it was upheld. And then I like how we got Jalen Lane deep for a 4-yard catch for you guys. I've been talking about him for weeks. So yeah, Jalen Lane is a deep threat. So if you want to bet, he'll have a shot each game to get a deep ball for sure. I'm pretty sure. I know that him and Mariota have a good rapport, because Mariota is the backup. Jalen Lane is pretty much a backup as well. So if you want to bet, take a risk. Bet on Jalen Lane for a 30-yard reception in the game. If you really want to take a risk, maybe do it for a first quarter bet 30 yards total, or third quarter bet 30 yards total. But yeah, Jalen Lane did good. Rodriguez got a touchdown. Debo got a touchdown. Who else got a touchdown? I think that's all the people that got a touchdown for the most part. Oh, and our boy Ben Sinnott. Ben Sinnott got a touchdown on the play action. Yeah, it was on the play action. I want to say it was a motion play, and then he went back to the right, wide open on a play action. So that's pretty good. I would like to see Ben Sinnott play more. I know Ertz is doing this thing. Ertz got sticky hands for sure, a great route runner. But we need to see what these young guys got in them, you know what I'm saying? So we need to see what Ben Sinnott got. We need to play him more. I like Bates. Bates is a great run blocker. I want to see him more. Our run game still was kind of getting stuffed a little bit yesterday. It is what it is with that. Bill haven't been doing the greatest, so we've been basically have a 3-man running game with McNichols and Rodriguez, and then Bilal. I did like Burks yesterday. Burks did pretty good. He had a nice catch on the sideline. He did good. He was a big target. I like him. Not saying he's a starting receiver, but maybe we might bring him back next year and see what he does, because I doubt Noah Brown will be able to stay healthy. We might as well move on for Noah Brown. We're probably going to move on for Deebo Samuels as well. We'll see how that goes. We can't pay him too much. But yeah, I like Treylon Burks. He looked good. The referee cheated us on one play in particular. It was a deep pass to Roby Chosen, and the cornerback basically grabbed him, didn't turn his head around, and he didn't throw the flag. We all know if that was Lattimore, the flag would have been thrown for a pass interference. We wound up getting a field goal on that particular play, so that wasn't right, but it is what it is. That's what happens when you ain't a good team. You don't get certain calls like you did, the previous year when you rolling. So yeah, it is what it is with that. A lot of things we got to work on. I don't think we're going to win another game. We play the Dolphins in Madrid, Spain, I feel like that game may get out of hand. I was kind of like going to bet a lot on Achane for 30-yard reception. I was going to do him for 30 yards. And also to Waddle, I was going to do him for a 30-yard reception and a touchdown, and Achane for a touchdown as well. I think Waddle will eat regardless because we don't have no corners. Like I said, we don't have Lattimore anymore. Amos is out. We just beat up. Will Hurst, maybe he might be back. Maybe he will. Our pass rush not good enough. I anticipate our defense will be a little better against the Dolphins, maybe because Quinn is calling the plays. But yeah, I see Waddle having a good game. I see him getting a touchdown. So bet on that for all my betting folks. And then also, like I said, I see Achane getting his rushing yards over. I see him getting receiving yards over easily because guess what? Well, we got to see. Maybe Dan Quinn might switch it up and don't have Bobby Wagner in coverage. But, oh, my God. Just imagine if Bobby Wagner is checking Achane going up the field. It's going to be lights out. He's going to score a 60-yard receiving catch. So it's going to be a wrap with that one. So Achane, take him for his over his receiving yards, and you want to take a risk, take him for 30-yard reception. I'm pretty sure it's going to be high just because he's a running back. It's probably going to be like plus 380, plus 400 or something like that. And then if you're feeling real risky, take him for a 30-yard reception, 30-yard receiving yards in the first quarter, or you want to do that in the third quarter, you can do that as well. I think you can eat real well with that. But we'll see how it goes. I think I covered pretty much all the injuries and things of that nature. It is what it is. It's a body bag, in DC right now. We just got hit with that injury bug and won't let us go. It got us in the chokehold, man. So it is what it is. I'm a Commanders fan. We've been here before. They've been losing my whole life, so I'm gonna continue to support them. And it is what it is. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Definitely please check me out on TikTok at The Real Crackham Stan, and on Instagram at Crackham Stan. Check me out. Check out my videos. Check out that Trump video that's going viral right now. Last time I checked, I think I got like 30,000 views on that with people just, giving their thoughts on Trump and, the booing and things of that nature. But yeah, like I said again, thank you for supporting Gotta Get It Sports. I love you guys. Peace out.